Well, after reading the play, the most memorable moment for me was when Dionysus wanted to dress Pentheus up as a woman and parade him through Thebes to embarrass him. And he says, I want to make him the laughing stock of Thebes. And it's just, I thought it was kind of funny because he's a god, but he's acting like a child, and it just kind of stuck out to me. My first theme is the power and simplicity of nature. You see the simplicity with the Maenads on the mountain where they're drinking honey and they're breastfeeding animals, and it's just very simple. And then you see the more powerful side when Pentheus upsets Dionysus and he uses his godly powers to, disrupt nature, like with the earthquake in Thebes, and then he uses the woman's own barbaric nature against Pentheus, and he has him shred to bits by these women. And then finally, when it cools off a little bit, the lighting in the sky changes, it brightens up a little bit. And the second theme was the importance of respecting gods. Ancient Greeks especially found it very important to worship their gods' property, and they really tried not to dishonor them. And this is a prominent theme throughout the play because the whole play is pretty much Dionysus getting revenge on with Pentheus and his family for disrespecting him and bringing dishonor upon him. And he destroys their lives, and he says, I was born a god and you insulted me. And the chorus is even like, yeah, you guys brought this punishment upon yourselves for disrespecting him, and just kind of shows that it's very important to respect their gods. And my final theme is the suppression of women. And the herdsman even says, like, oh, the woman wounded men, and he says, but not without some unknown power. So he's saying that women are weak and that they can't really do much without men. And then Dionysus even says, every female in the city, I started off on a wild stampede from home, and women were typically expected to just stay in their homes and take care of the children, while the men had more freedom. They got to do more of the things that they wanted to do. But Dionysus drug them out of their homes with, his godly powers, and he made them unwillingly become his own followers. And he keeps referring to him as my woman. And then finally, at the end, this theme is shown again, except in a different way. Agave wants to be exiled without her father, and it just shows her independence. But it still shows the theme of suppression, kind of. And then the third question, the Maenads are pretty inconsistently described. They're the immortal followers of Dionysus, and they're described as pretty barbaric. The loose hair, the feeding animals and throwing rocks, and putting snakes in their hair, and then they pull apart Dionysus, and then it's just kind of shows that they're very barbaric, like I said. And then they have the rituals and the secret dances that praise Dionysus, and just kind of the cult, and it just shows that women in ancient Greek society are expected to just do as they're told. And then question number 4, I think Elvis was on the cover. I thought it was pretty cool because, well, his fan base is a lot of crazy fanatic female followers, much like Dionysus, and he was worshipped and idolized just like Dionysus. And his mugshot I thought was kind of funny because I'm pretty sure in the 1950s he was just pulled over and arrested for speeding, but Dionysus was captured by Pentheus. And then the 2 questions I have are, why does Dionysus feel the need to be so harsh? Like, I understand that he was disrespected by Pentheus, but I felt that his actions were pretty unjustly harsh, and that as a god he probably should have been given the chance to themselves before he just ruined their lives. And my final question was, how could Pentheus have enough time to go to the mountainside to watch the women dance and do the rituals after his city was just destroyed by the earthquake? I thought that was kind of weird, but